Hello, guys. Welcome back once again to Cloud Genius. My name is Penty Joseph. In this video, we'll be looking at the Module 6 Challenge Lab, that is creating a VPC networking environment for the cafe. Without wasting much time, let's start the lab. My lab is already loaded, so I'll quickly log on to the console. If you encounter this error, just click here, come back to the lab, click on AWS again, and you should be able to log in automatically. So let's have a look at what we are asked to do. This is what we are asked to create. Okay. I've already read a couple of things, so I understand what we are supposed to do. You should also take your time, spend some time reading to understand. Scenarios are very good. They will let you understand what you are supposed to do before even you do them. Okay. So okay, so we have a VPC already, and then we've been asked to, so let me see VPC. We've been asked to create um, public subnets. Okay, so open that, create a public subnet, and then okay, good. So public lab, so VPC. So you can see there's a lab VPC here. Okay. So we've been asked to create a subnet. Okay, we've been asked to create a subnet. Did I open the lab VPC? Yes, it's the lab VPC. You should know. You can see it here. Okay, so this is the lab VPC. This is what we are going to be using throughout. So we are asked to create a subnet. Just go to subnets, and then create a public subnet. The following criteria. So, okay, good. So create a subnet, select VPC, that's lab VPC, and then the subnet name is public subnet. Don't forget, we copy that from. Then the first availability zone, that's what you were asked to select. You can see it here. Choose a first availability zone. So CDRR of this, let's copy that, come back to this, and then CDR block, get it pasted. Okay, so good. Okay, I think that is all. That is all. Okay, so we are being asked to create this. So let's quickly go on and create that. So that is it. We are done with that. We've been asked to create another thing, that is internet gateway. Okay, so internet gateway. So from the left side menu, go through till you see internet gateway. I think I have done that. That is it. So create internet gateway. We were not given any name, so I'll call it internet gateway IG. Internet gateway. So let me add W internet gateway. Okay, and then what again? Okay, so that is all. We create the internet gateway, and then we check on the internet gateway. So it's detached. Okay, so I think we have the same IGW. Yeah, yes. So attach this. Ours is what is seen as detached. So click here, and then we have to attach it to the VPC. So go to attach to VPC, select lab VPC from here, and then go to attached. Okay. Okay. So I did the right table. the internet gateway. Okay. So we are to edit the route table also. So let's go to routes. Don't forget we created um no, we didn't create a route. We rather created a public subnet. Okay. So come into the route table of this. Okay, route table of this. Make sure that you've selected the lab VPC. Let me see if I, yes. So you've selected the lab VPC. You can even name this in order not to confuse yourself. Name it public, public, public routes, routes table. Okay, so name it public route table. And then go in there. We have to change one or two things. Okay, so from here, edit routes, and then add this to 00 anywhere from the internet. Then we are giving it to our internet gateway. Yes, IGW, which is what we created. Then save it. Okay, save it like this. It's okay, it's fine. Now we are supposed to create a bastion host, which is the same as EC2. Okay, so just duplicate this and then search EC2 from here, and then select EC2. You are supposed to create a bastion name, a bastion host in the public subnet of your lab, and then the name must be bastion host. Okay, bastion host. So this launch an instance. The instance is supposed to be in a public subnet. Okay, don't forget that. So no, launch an instance. The instance name is bastion host. And then Amazon Linux. I'm choosing everything from here. Okay, I'm not just doing this. You can see Amazon Linux. Say what? Amazon Linux 2023 MIH. So let me see. Do we have anything? 2023. Saying this one is Linux 2. Did they access to choose Linux 2? So Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. So yeah, I think we are good. I think we are good with what's chosen because the only 2023 we can see here is this. So I think that's all. Let's select this. It's already selected. So we are supposed to use T2 micro. Let's see if it's T2 micro. So the key pair, let's use voc key. And then the network settings, click on edit. And it was supposed to be created in the public subnet, but choose the lab VPC first. And then your public subnet is also selected. Don't forget because we are creating that. And then auto assign, the setting should be disabled. Okay, so don't forget to disable this. Okay, auto assign public IP should be disabled. And then what again? Okay, we are to create a security group for this, so copy this. Okay, sorry, just copy that, come back to this because the name they are talking about does not exist in the VPC. So let's create a new one, which is going to have this name. Okay, and then with this description, and then go in. They said it should allow only SSH. Okay, and then your IP. Okay, only SSH and then your IP. So SSH, let me see. Type is SSH 22. Source should be my IP. Okay. So yes, it's already SSH. source should be my IP, okay, my IP, and then yes, the rest, anything here can be default. Just go ahead and launch the instance. Okay, so we are done with the instance launching. Let's allocate an IP address for this. It is elastic IP. You know, whenever the static IPs of the instances, whenever we stop and start the instance, the IP address changes. But when you give them elastic IP, they remain forever. Okay. So this lab, we've been asked to assign an elastic IP to the instances. Okay. So our bastion host is running. So go down to um let's see, elastic store. No. So till you see elastic IPs, okay. So go to this. Let me see if we have a specific this one. No. So we should attach it to this. Good. Okay, let's try attaching the elastic IP. So allocate an elastic IP. Yes, in East 1. And then Amazon pool of IP address. So yes, allocate. Okay. So associate this IP address to an instance. Choose the instance. The instance is the bastion host that we created. Don't choose any IP from here. Okay. Don't choose any IP. Leave it to be reassociated. No, we want to associate it alone to this. So it's now assigned. So when we go to our instance, you see, don't forget the IP address. Okay. 100.28.63. So let's go here. You see that we have assigned, we've forever assigned that, unless maybe we delay. So 100.28.63. You can see it right here. Okay. Now we've been asked to SSH into our instance. So how do we do that? We download putty. So if you don't have putty, you can download it. I think I don't have it, so I'm downloading it again. Download unwanted file is the machine for you. So I'm running it. I don't mind. Okay. Okay. Good. So it's it's now connected, but we are yet to SSH into the instance. Okay. So how do we do that? We go down. We go down. We go down. We go down. Uh, mm. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get the how do you call it? The lab key from here, but it seems as my lab gone down on it. Let me refresh this. I want to get hold of the key so that we can SSH into the instance. I'm sure it should be available at the lab. So details. Let me remove this detail. Show should be somewhere here. Yes. So let me download the PPK file. Lab user. Okay. So go here, then go into your EC2 instance. Okay, the instance that you have created. Don't forget that. Go there, go there. No, just go here and copy the IPv4 address of what you have allocated. Okay, copy that, and then um, come back to this, paste it here, and then go to SSH, and then authorization, credentials, browse, and then browse to the lab PPK key that you have downloaded. Okay, then click on open, wait for some time, accept it. The normal default name is ec2 dash user. Okay, dash user, hit enter. So it's logged in successfully. You can see from here that we've logged in successfully. Okay, meaning we've been able to SSH into our instance successfully without any problem. So what again are we asked to do? Let's try to clear off this. Creating a bastion host. We've done that. So let's go. Sure, yes, we have SSH into our instance. Okay. So we've been asked to create a private subnet with this, and then also create a NAT gateway, and then associate it with that. Okay. So what are we doing? Yes. So let's create the private subnet. Okay. Let's create the private subnet. What is the VPC? This one that I open. Let me type VPC here. VPC. Open there. So subnets. Okay. Create a subnet. I'm creating a subnet in the lab VPC, and then I'm giving it the subnet name as this. Okay. Private subnets, and then from the availability zone, I'm taking it from the first one, just like I did. Let me see. Same as the public, yes. Availability zone, same as the public. And then the CDIR is this. Okay, so the CDIR is this, paste that, and then create a subnet. Okay, yes. So now the subnet is created, and then we've been asked to also create a NAT gateway. Okay, so you can see it systematically. This is how we are doing it. We are supposed to then create a NAT gateway. Okay, so look at how we are doing it. Just follow along, just like how I'm doing it. You understand at the end of the day. Okay, so now the idea is to create a NAT gateway. Create. Yep. So let's create the NAT gateway. Let's go to the VPC and then navigate to NAT gateway. So create a NAT gateway. And then the name of the NAT gateway is Lab NAT gateway. So Lab NAT gateway. Okay. It should be in the public subnet. So the subnet is public subnet. You can see it. Public connectivity type should be public. Don't forget that. So allocate an elastic IP. So click on allocate that. Then an IP address should be allocated successfully. You can go ahead and then create the NAT gateway. So you need to create another route table again, which the name is going to be private route table. Don't forget we have already created a public route table. So let me see the routes. Yes, so go in the edit, and then paste route table VPC is lab VPC, and then create a route table. Okay, so in that very route table, okay, in the route table, try to um, allow this um, internet gateway that you have created here, associate it with that. Okay, so in there, just click on that. Let me take you through again. So click on the private route like this, and then go to routes, and then go to edit, and then here add 000 um, NAT gateway, NAT gateway, and then lab NAT gateway. Add it like this. Okay, but there is something more we need to do. We need to associate this routes, public routes, and then private routes to their respective um, public subnets. Okay, so if you click on this, you realize that if you come here, it is not associated to any routes here. Okay, so what is this? This is private, right? So since it's private, then we will try to, let's click on edit, and then try to associate it to the private subnet right here. Okay, so associate, and then the public one too should also be associate. But even with that, we can do it at the end of the day. So I feel like association edits. Let me clear that. We can do it at the end of the lab. Okay, so don't worry, it's fine. Everything is fine. We are still online. So okay, um, we've created a route table. We've integrated with the NAT gateway, and then what again? We are supposed to create another instance in the private subnet, call it a voc key2, that is the key pair name. So we provision another EC2 instance. Okay, that's fine. So we call it private instance. Let's go in there under the EC2 console, click here, launch instance. I think I'm having network issues this evening, and then enter the name private, instance type, do they give? So just like the other one, T2, yes, sorry. So T2, and then Linux, yes. Let me go up there, Linux, yes, yeah, private, Linux, then go down T2. So create a new key pair. I want the PPT. You can go ahead and create your respective key pair that you want to connect to. I'm okay with the PPK because I'm going to connect using PuTTY. So the name of it is going to be called Voki2. Why am I launching this? So that is going to be called Voki2. And yes, you can go ahead and download that and keep it. Okay. So they said we should also allow SSH, and then source should be Bastion Node Security Group. Uh, okay. So SSH host. Okay. So let's see if we are. Oh, we were supposed to click here in the first place. So mm, so in the private subnets, let's make sure we select the lab VPC. You see it's in the public, so let's change that to the private. Okay, And then are we supposed to disable? Yes, since it's meant to meet the following criteria. So yes, I think we are supposed to. It's private, yes, so we need to disable it. Yes, where is it? Yes, we need to disable it, and then this my mouse sometimes it misbehave. So here we give it the security name of the bastion host. Um, bastion host. Now just go to select an existing, and then you can see the bastion host SG here. So select that. You have disable everything that should be left as default, and then just launch your instance. That's all. Launch your instance. Okay, okay. So we are done. Just wait small. Be sure the instance has launched successfully. You can go and check. So we are having two instances now. One is in the public subnet, one is in the private subnet. Okay, okay, yes. So it was there because we it's it's auto selected the ID, so it was showing only that instance. Okay, yes, it's initializing. So okay, so now we need to do another SSHing. That's exactly what we need to do here. Okay, so let's try SSHing. So to do that, we need a pigeon. Okay, we need a pigeon to do that. So go to this page, click here to go to this page to download pigeons. I don't know if I even have it already. No, I don't have a pigeon. So depending on your OS, check the type of file to download. Okay, mine is Windows, so I'm just going to download one of the Windows files. Okay, yes. So depending on yours, then you check on the type of file to download. Let me see. Zip. Okay, so let me download this. The 64 bits. Okay, let me download this. I think this is fine. Let me download that. Yes, you should download it. After downloading, try to run it. So run it. And then one thing about Pigeon is when you run it, it's not going to show on the desktop or anything. It's just going to come here. You can see here, Pigeon Putty authentication. So right click it like this and then add keys. Okay. Try adding keys. So add the first key, select like this, add the second key, which is voke. So voke key, the voke key two, and then the first one. Okay, so that's exactly what we've done here. So make sure that all these keys are added successfully. Okay, to confirm if the keys has been added, just go here, check here, and then go to view keys. You should see these two keys here. Okay, you should see these two keys here. Okay, so now let's try to SSH into the instance by using this vote key 2 pair again. Yes, I want to do away with the putty. So let me try launching it one more time. Okay, so we've launched the putty here. Now, don't forget that we're having two instances, but one instance does not have an public IP address. So do away with this. So you see the bastion host has public IP address. Let me see. Yes, it has it, but the private instance does not have. So let's see. You can see it has no IPv4. So therefore, I'm going to connect using the host bastion host. So let's copy this IP, come back to putty, and then at the session, post this for me, and then go to connections, SSH, um, let me see, authentication. Make sure you allow this, allow agent forwarding. Okay, make sure you allow this on the authentication page. Then after that, click on the authentication itself, credentials, go in there. Then the lab key, you are using the first host. So select that and then open it. You know, as usual, EC2 dash user. Okay. So let's go. Okay, good. It's now authenticated successfully. Let's go back to see some commands that we are supposed to run to get the other one. Okay, so it's successful. You can see that it's successful. These commands are just using the other one to log in, okay, or the command line to log in if you want to do that. But I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to try to connect to the private instance. Okay, so I'm just going to try to connect to the private instance. So these ones are all the command line to connect from using the SSH if you want to do it through the programmable way, but I don't want to. So I'm going to connect to the next instance. So I'm done with. Since we've been able to connect with that, you just go to this. You know, you are going to test the SSH connection from the bastion host. So how do you do this? That is simple. Um, close this. Then notes, align notepad, yes, I want to use it. And then try getting this off, paste this here for me. And then go back to your instances, the private instance, copy its IP address, okay, its private IP address. So you can see it here. Okay, copy that one like this, and then come back here, connect it like this. Okay, so try this, copy, go back to the EBC SSH, and then hit enter to see if it to connect. It's supposed to connect. It's supposed to connect. If it doesn't, there's a problem somewhere. It's either because we didn't associate the SSH, the routing table. No, it's having a tough time in connection. It's not supposed to take a longer period to connect. So let me see something. Um, let me see public route table association. Let me go to edit. Let me associate it to the public route, and then private route. Let me associate it to the private route, and then okay. Um, since it's not connecting, so um I'll try to close this. Can I restore this? I'll close the session, and then I'll initiate another section again. So go back here, try initiating this. Okay, and then um, I'll need the IP address of the Bastion's host. So I'll copy that, come back to this, paste it. Okay, and then SSH. Okay, SSH authorization, allow forwarding agent, and then what again? Yes, so authorization credentials, go here, and then select the lab user 2, try opening it again, EC2 dash user, enter. Okay, so the private address of our other instance, how do we put that? So let's put that by going here, and then going to private instance, deselecting this. So yes, I think that's exactly how we do it. Copy SSH space EC2 dash user at, yes, that's exactly how we do it. But let me try typing and let's see. SSH space user. Oh, am I typing the correct thing? EC2 dash user rather, not space user. So SSH space EC2 dash user at. Then we paste the private address of this, what we have copied here. So paste that and then hit enter. It's still not connecting. We've not been able to connect to that. But that's not a major problem though. It's not a major problem. If you've done the lab to this point, it's not a major problem. If you've not be able to connect, it doesn't carry any marks. It's just, I'm sure we are not doing something right somewhere. Okay. So let's go back to the route tables that we associated. Let's do the disassociation. Let's deassociate them. So public subnet association. is associated to the public subnet. And then let's remove that and then save it. Okay. I thought maybe associating it might do something better, but since it didn't, we need to deassociate it. We will associate it again at another point in time it's needed, but I thought maybe it could help here. So it's fine if you've not been able to connect to the other instance, it's fine. Still, you are on the lab. Okay, still everything is okay. You've not failed. You are still okay. You are good to go. It doesn't carry weight. That session doesn't carry weight, so we don't really have time for that. What do I do next? What's the lab? Okay, so we were not able to reach it. No, we were not able to reach it. No, we were not able to reach it. Except check back to see. Let me see. Okay, so no, we were not able to reach ours. I don't know whether we were typing the wrong thing. We did the wrong thing. Private address of the instance. Oh yes, that's exactly what we did. So that's exactly what we did. You say what? SSH cannot host IP but 22 connection timeouts. Is it that we didn't add the yes, but let me see. So security bastion hosts. Yes, SSH was allowed here. Yes, so you should be able to bounce SSH. Yes, so you should be able to, and it's allowing from anywhere. But let's not worry. We can move on with the lab. It's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We can move on. Okay. So we are supposed to create a network ACL, and then what again? We'll test our custom network ACL, and then we answer some questions, 1 to 6. Then I think that's all we can. Oh, we run some couple of commands. So okay, then I think that is all. Yes, there is nothing wrong with that. If we've not been able to reach it, it's still fine. Okay. Okay. So let's create the network ACL. Let's go back to the VPC. So the VPC, let's search for network ACL. Network ACL. So let's go to the VPC dashboard. Okay, yes. Network ACL, network ACL. Okay, it's right here under the security. So we've been asked to create one that is by the name Lab Network ACL. Sorry, Lab Network ACL. Okay, so create it and then add this Lab VPC and then create that. Okay, you open it, and then we've been asked to um, allow all access. Okay, we've been asked to allow all access. So the default inbound rule, custom is deny all. So configure the custom is here to allow all to go in and out of the private. So yes, what we have created, just go to the inbound edit, and then add new rule. So you can call it anything that you want. So let's say rule number 100, and then traffic. So 00, and it should be allow. Okay, not deny, allow. Okay, so you can see that it's now allowed. Okay, the allow will take precedence over the deny. Okay, so let's edit the outbound rule also. I'm adding that one. You can call it anything, 1 1. So or, and then allow again, allow. Okay, so it's been allowed now. What is the next thing? The next thing is to test that. We are supposed to create another instance by the name test instance. Okay, so we are creating another instance. Go to the instance page, launch another instance. This is the third instance we are launching in this lab. Yes, it's the third instance we are launching today so far. Sorry. So the instance name is tests instance, and then Linux. Yes, go up there. It's Linux T2 micro. Yes, let me just choose one of the key keys. Okay, for me, we are not going to use it for anything. We'll just ping it, so I don't need to SSH into that. Yes, edit network. Let me see what we've been asked to. Where were we asked to create it? Public subnets. Okay, public subnets. So public subnets. Okay, so love VPC in the public subnets. Yes, it's already selected. So yes, do we have to disable net private instance? Okay, okay. So yes, we don't have to allow that. So what's next? We are supposed to create a rule that allow all ICMP, IPv4 inbound in the instance through the security group. Okay, I understand. So where is it? Where? Okay, good. All right. So this is that. Allow this all ICPM. Sorry. So all ICPM this for, and then coming from where to security groups. Okay. So where is it? Source. So source is anywhere. Okay, so anywhere. All right, that's all. I think we can now launch the instance. We can now go ahead and launch the instance. Okay, let's go back to inspect the instance. It should pass the 2/2. It's now initializing. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so we are supposed to get a private IP address of it. This is that. And then let's come back here. Let me put that here. And then they said we should ping that. Okay, so ping with a private IP address that we have copied like this. So ping something like this. Okay, you can see it here. Just give a space and then copy all of this, copy it, come back to this, and then um, I think the section has expired. Let me try duplicate and let's see. No, so EC to dash user. Okay, so let me ping that. Let's make sure the 2/2 check is intact before we do the ping. It's still initializing. I don't know what's the problem. I don't think we'll be able to reach it if it's still initializing. So let's see. Oh, we are reaching it. Okay, so the ping is working. It's working. We are able to reach it. So ping is working. You can see. Okay, you can see this shows that the ping is working. Okay, I think maybe it has passed the health check now. Yes, that's why we are able to reach it. So they said we should modify the custom ACL that we have created. So we try to show you at the end of the private IP address. Okay, of the test instance. Okay, /32. Okay, so network ACL, what we created, let's go into that and then let's open that in the inbound. Let's go and then add another rule. You can call it anything 23. Okay, let me see. So ICM IPv4. So I see. So this. So this. and then source is the IPv for the test instance private IP. So let's come back here. So this /32, you can see it's indicated here. Okay, they are saying that's /32 at the end of the IP address. Make sure that the rule is evaluated first. So, okay, so allow or save changes. Then we should see the ping stop for some time. The ping should stop. Okay, yes. Because we have denied traffic from that, the ping should stop automatically. Okay, so that's not where our major focus is. I don't have time. It will stop on its own. You can also decide to stop it. Since we have um, allow or deny it here specifically, so it will have an effect on that sooner. Oh, I think we allowed it rather. Edit. Yes, we allowed it. Oh, look at that. We are supposed to deny it. So okay, now that's it's loaded successfully. Let's see if it will stop for some time. It's just going to delay my time. Okay, so let's continue with what we are asked to do next. What again? Okay, that is all. I think we have some questions to answer. Okay, so let's go to details. Show the ping will stop on its own. Okay, don't worry, the ping will stop. Since we've added it to it, it will stop on its own. Even if it doesn't, you can close it. It also doesn't carry marks. Okay, so what carries the marks is what we are looking at. So we are opening this. Then let's try to answer this according to what we've done. So so far, I think this is one of the toughest lab we've done. It's very tough, and then it's time consuming as well. So what is the purpose of the internet gateway in the public subnet? So the internet gateway in the public subnet allow instance in the public subnet with the public IP address to communicate with the internet. Yes, yes, that is correct. We'll go back. What allow the instance in the private? That's a NAT gateway. I'm not even read it. It's a NAT gateway. Okay, some of the things you are not supposed to waste your time. Can instance in the private subnet be no, 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 no. So question 4, why do we use two separate key pairs to access private instance? Yes. So separate key pairs could help reduce the impact of comprised bastion hosts. Yes. Um, so yes, it will compromise with the bastion host if maybe we don't add the other instance to it. Okay. The other key to it. Sorry. So adding the other key, it makes it more selective, where the host will know that, oh, this is my key. Okay. So imagine using you and your friend using one key. When the key is there, you might not know that this is yours or your friend's key. So that is the reason why. That is what this one means. Okay. So the 5, what's can the bastion host use ping to get a reply from? No, no. No, no. So which security group rules allow the EC2 to receive mm, every kind of test? Yes, it is this. Yes, make sure you submit and submit it well. Okay, so let's look at something. Let's try submitting to see what we will get. Let's try submitting to see what we will get. Um, I think we were supposed to associate one thing, but let's see. Let's see. Let's try to see what we will get. I'll try to do that corrections for you. So you could see that already the first lab was 56 over 56. I've done the lab already. So let's see. I think the first one I had 40 something due to one or two things. I had to check again and then make that corrections. It wasn't stated in the lab though. Yes, you can see I had 46 again, and it is due to that. Okay. So what will you do? Um, go back to the route tables that we associated first. Try associating this route table. So the public should be association. Go here. The public should go to the public. Okay. And then let's see something. Let's try to submit this lab again to see. I think the first time I did the lab too, I encountered such an issue. Um, it was later on that I got to know that it's because I didn't associate the subnet because it was indicated somewhere here. No, I think we were supposed to do for the private and not the public. All the same, let's give it some time for it to load. Oh, still that? Okay. So yes, it's still that. So let's association. Let's edit that and then save. Okay. Then let's use the private route table, associate it to the private route table, and let's see. Though 46 is still pass, okay, you need 45 to pass this lab. 46 is still pass, but I'm just trying to make sure we correct that thing. It wasn't stated in the lab. AWS lab, it's not their fault though. Sometimes they are using old things, so you need to figure your way out around this. And then this is why you are transitioning into cloud. You should know how to research and then get answers to your own feeds. You will not be spoon feed always. So it's very important to know how to navigate your way out. You see, we've now getting 51 over 56, right? Good. Meaning we're supposed to associate the private what route table. Now we need to associate the network ACL that we created also. This very one. Okay. So we go there and then in the subnet association, I think we need to associate it to either public, if I'm right. So let's see, let's associate it to public, and then let's try to submit this lab again. If it doesn't work, we will just change the association to the private. One of them should work and then be successful. Okay, so it's certain that it's for the private association and then not the public. So let's save that. I think this will be the final modification that we will make to this. It wasn't part of the lab, as I'm saying, but that is how you solve this problem. Okay. Yes, it's not AWS fault. Some of the lab need to be reviewed and then they need to update one or two things, but I think they have still not been able to, or maybe they are just trying to test your readiness and how you research. Okay, because I had a lot of issues the last time finding out what was wrong with my lab until later on I discovered that okay, I needed to associate these two things. You realize that it's going to work. You've seen it. Now it's 5656. Okay. So that is it. That's all for this video. See you next time. Thank you. Please like the video, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.